groundwork yoga, probably a little bit after the slow and flow idea that I kind of really like. So we'll either stay, for today we'll stay seated just because that's where my angle is at so you can see everything, or on all fours or laying down. And then we'll kind of go through gently approaching a couple maybe yin type postures to end off with. So I'm hoping it won't be very long. Just something to kind of introduce you to a little different style of mine that I might offer. And that's available. I hope you like it. You can go ahead and make your way down to your mat if you haven't already, getting yourself comfortable, maybe taking off those socks, tying back your hair, taking off your glasses, making sure you've got a little bit of water, or maybe even a Kleenex in case you need to blow your nose at any point. And of course, as always, an open mind. So I'm gonna actually sit elevated up on my block to start off with today. I've got all my little props out already. You can have all your props out as well that you might have. If you don't have certain props, you can always substitute like a bolster for a pillow. That yoga strap you can substitute for a towel rolled up. Pillows, books, everything kind of works. So sitting up on my block, I'm putting myself in a nice easy pose, one leg in front of the other today. Hello, Socrates. Yes, this is Socrates. He likes to be social and visit. Okay, come lay down. Come lay down. Over here. Lie down. Okay, sit down. Yes. You're gonna help? Okay. Awesome. I love you too. Okay, lie down. Alright, so we'll start by just allowing the hands to rest in the lap. We'll close the eyes, humble the chin, and start to relax the shoulders, letting them become heavy, falling down away from our ears. We'll start to notice the breath. Then inhale, and our exhale. Option to work with your Ujjayi breath if it's in your practice. Otherwise, just that simple pranayama practice we'll do today, working with that equal inhale, equal exhale. Play with our breath. Ujjayi breath, where we seal the lips, restriction to the back of the throat. We're taking that bandha with the tongue behind the two front teeth, and we're audibly inhaling in through the nose and out through the nose. The count is up to you. So if you're new, maybe just working with that 3 count, like inhale 1, 2, 3, exhale 2, 3, 4, and then just repeating that pattern. And again, of course, as we practice more, we'll add more to that. And exhale. We'll take that inhale. And release. You're going to open the jaw just slightly. Take the jaw one way and then the other. Inviting ourselves to release some tension along the mandible. And we'll get into some simple little twists here to start off with. So I'm going to come off my block. I'm going to take that right hand just off from my hip, left hand outside of that right thigh. I'm going to inhale to grow. And exhale, just bring myself to twist towards the side wall. I'm just going to gaze over that back shoulder, maybe just above the fingertips. Do 2 more breath cycles here. And then we'll come back through to that center. I'm going to go directly over to the other side. So right hand to the left leg, left hand out from that hip. We're going to inhale, grow. And I'm just using my exhale to drive me to that side wall. I don't want to overdo it. First twist here. Again, just gazing either towards that shoulder, around the fingertips, or maybe just before. I'll come back through to center. I'm going to go ahead and invite the legs up, and I'm going to take that modified straddle. I like to call this my stoking the fire, so I've got my legs about hip distance, sometimes a little wider. Bringing the forearms around the shins, just hooking onto those peace fingers, just tucking chin to chest. Last one here. And start to bring that gaze up. Unhooking those peace fingers, we're going to make our way over to our hands and knees. If you'd like to be so kind as to move over, sir. Oh, I know you love a good movie, right? But we're going to do some yoga. You want to move over slightly? Yes, thank you. Thank you. So we'll make our way down into our hands and knees, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. So just trying to make sure we've got that integrity of stacking the bones. Hello, big butt. So from here, toes curled under if you've got some knee issues. Otherwise, you can just go ahead and relax the tops of the feet down here and actively press through the tops of the feet into your mat. Keep your fingers nice and wide, reading through the fingertips, knuckle points, and the heel of the hand so that palms can be slightly lifted. We're going to start with our cat-cows. Inhale, press the belly down, bring the gaze up. Good. Exhale, we're going to take the opposite, going for that cat, so we're rounding through that back body, bringing chest to chin. Inhale back into that cow. And exhale, back into cat. Good. Inhale, we're going to come into a nice neutral, and we're going to exhale to just walk it forward into a nice extended puppy or that melting heart. So what's important to note is we are taking the arms forward, but I'm keeping my hips in line with my knee, and I'm bringing my chest down towards the mat. Might not reach today, that's okay. Level 1s can keep our gaze down towards the mat. Level 2s maybe working towards gazing between the hands. Level 3s aiming to bring that chin closer to the mat as well. Nice deep one in between the shoulders. Fingers still nice and active. Last one. From here, I'm going to root through the fingers and those elbows and slide all the way forward down onto the belly. Thank you. Rooting under those shoulders, cross those toes, up and back. Taking a little child's pose here, maybe bringing those knees wide. Arms out in front, forehead down. We're going to roll that forehead slightly side to side. Now, if you're someone who has glasses, we might take those off here, just so we can get a little bit closer to the mat. Inviting ourselves to release that tension. Good, we'll come back up, hands and knees. Just making those alignments along the way. Let's go ahead, curl the toes, come up into a nice little down dog. Option to take it wider, bend through those knees. Shoulders are away from our ears. Hands are nice and active. We're pedaling it out. This will be about the highest we're going to come up today is in this nice little down dog. We won't come much higher than this at all. Let's find a little stillness in this down dog for a moment. Looking towards those toes or the back of the mat. Last one. I'm going to go ahead and bring that gaze down, bending at the knees. Let's come on down, all the way down into that extended puppy once again. Good, last one here. So we're going to tuck the chin towards the chest. I'm going to start slowly walking those arms back, hands and knees. And we're going to go ahead and come back to sit on the balls of the feet here. So I've got the legs together, toes are going to be curled under, and you're just going to go ahead and use their fingers to real fancy like pull the toes out. If these sits bones don't reach the heels, you can use a blanket, a bolster, a block, book, a bunch of things. See, my bolster has been nailed on by my buggy, so I'm going to use that today just to give me extra space. I can reach the heels, so, but sometimes I do like to have just that extra support. It creates just that little bit more for me sometimes, or it can create that little bit less for you sometimes as well, depending on how you use it and how you need it. So again, we're just coming onto the balls of those feet. We're taking this nice little toe opener. And we might roll the shoulders a little one way. And then maybe we'll do the other, coming a little bit forward. Don't be afraid to really emphasize those rolls. Let's go ahead and take the arms out, open the chest, and then we're going to go ahead, bring the hands in. Good. Inhale, we're going to open. Maybe take that gaze up, and exhale, bringing it all in. Last one, inhale to open, and exhale, I'm going to bring my hands to heart center. Got about 4 more breath cycles here. You've got this. You do need to come down. You can start to slowly make your way back into that tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And last 2. And last 1. So we're going to go ahead and slowly lift up off of the block. If we took it, off those heels, coming into that tabletop position, tops of the feet down. We're just going to play the drums. Just tap, 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 tap. Nothing fancy. Tap, 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 tap. Next, we're going to do a little bit more for those ankles. And this part, you might want to roll up something just to get that nice little crease point right here along where the foot and the ankle meet. It can be as simple as just rolling up the edge of your mat here, just to give yourself a little bit of extra cushioning where those ankles are going to be sitting. Okay, and the tops of the feet, because this one tends to be a little bit intense. And again, if you have knee issues, we could do something else completely different. It'll be a much nicer one for those ankles. The little ones, you're going to keep those fingertips down towards your mat or maybe up on your blocks. And we're going to just lift one leg and then the other. So we're sitting on the feet. We're all in one line here, pelvis, heart, head. And we've got these knees lifting up slowly. They're going to start making their way up higher throughout this journey. And again, we can keep these fingertips down so that we've got that balance. Okay? Gonna hold for just 3. Keeping it nice and simple. Good, and we'll slowly start to dive forward. And again, for this one, it's going to just be that release through the down dog. So if you want to unroll your mat first, again, do. And then we'll take that little down dog, just uncurling those feet and pedaling it out. Again, down dog's about the highest that we're going to get today. Nothing too wild, nothing too fancy. Just some little movements that might feel good in your body this week, or whenever you find the video. So again, we're going to come on down to that seat. This time we're going to bring the legs all the way out in front, finding our way into that staff position. If you're lucky, you got a little puppy you can bump with your toes. Sorry. Now I have to move over. What's going on? Okay. So we're going to be taking a seated forward fold for our first position pose. So you're going to help with the forward fold. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your hands, just pull the fleshy parts out from underneath the sits bones, under the pelvis there. Legs should be all the way together there. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. It's nice to meet you. It's also very nice. I'm going to need you to kindly move over here, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Over here. Over here. Okay. It's so beautiful. So heels down, toes up for this first one. So we're going to take the arms up. We're going to look up. We're going to grow. And we're going to exhale. Swan dive forward. Forward fold. You're not allowing me into my forward fold, sir. There we go. So some of you might not be able to reach the toes, and that's okay. Just along the legs is just as fine. If you can't reach the toes or the feet, we're going to go ahead, find our way until we feel that little bit of tension. We're going to relax the shoulders, and then we're just going to back off slightly. Keep the gaze down towards the legs. And we're breathing. Awesome, last one. And slowly roll on up. And we'll bring that gaze up last. We're going to come into a nice little twist first, so we'll do it to the right, bringing the right leg in. And we'll keep it on the same side, nice level one twist today. Bringing the right arm behind that back body, fingers towards the back wall. I like to personally cross over my opposite arm first, just hooking that tricep to the outside of that leg. I'm going to inhale and root to rise through that backhand and grow tall through my crown. We're going to then twist and then follow the rest of the way with that exhale. Last one. And we'll come on back through and straighten through that right leg. We're going to go directly over to the other side. And same thing here. I'm going to keep it as a nice level one. I'm going to bring the left hand behind that back body, fingers to the back wall, crossing my right arm over. And then I'm going to inhale, root to rise. And then I'm just going to twist and follow with that exhale. Last one. Coming back through to that center. We're going to go ahead and start to make our way into a couple feel good yin type poses. So we'll start off with that reclined butterfly. Come over here, come over. You're in the way. Over here. Sorry, come on. Lie down. No, lie down. Lie down. Socrates, lie down. Lie down. No, lie down. Lie down. Thank you. Stay. So we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and we're going to keep them far away from the body today. We'll use the prop. I think we'll use the prop as well. So if you have a pillow or a blanket that you can roll up, or even a towel, or if you do have a bolster, you're going to bring it along to the base of your spine here. And you're just going to come to lie down onto your bolster, allowing chest to open and the shoulders to kind of wrap around. The butterfly position with the legs itself, that collar position, is going to do work for the outer hips and the groin area as well, depending on how far close we have our feet away today. Stay. Socrates, lie down. Lie down. Lie down. hold this one for too long. Just kind of enough for it to feel good throughout those legs, those hips, that low back. Option to have those eyes closed. Very slowly start to kind of move up off of our props. I'm going to just use that right leg to come up. I'm just going to roll over to the left, using that arm as a kickstand up off my prop, over to the side, and we'll come back down to the back body. We're going to finish off with a couple more twists here. I'm going to take a nice little half T so that I'm not taking the dog in the face there. Bringing the legs up into a nice little 90-degree bend. We'll exhale both legs over to the right. Taking the gaze over to the left. Maybe we'll do one more. We'll come back up through to neutral. And exhale, I'm going to take it over to the other side. Same options here, taking the gaze over the opposite way. Instead of set myself up with props, it's kind of nice. We'll do one more. Coming back through to that neutral, we're going to go ahead, just hook the legs, give ourselves a nice little tight squeeze, little hug, maybe rolling a little side to side. And then we're going to go ahead and reach for the outside edges of the foot, just going for a nice little happy baby to finish off with. And of course, option to just do a half happy baby, just working one leg at a time. So maybe taking that right leg first. Maybe we play with straightening the leg, and then bending at the knee, bringing it back into that happy baby. And then we can switch again into the other side. Bending, straightening that leg, and then bending again. And from here, we're just going to take a couple hip circles one way, and a couple the other. From here, I want you to go ahead, bring yourself into a nice little ball. And then as we exhale, the legs are going to go wide. Hands are going to come down, palm up the side of the body, shoulders down, away from our ears. We'll close the eyes, taking a nice inhale in, all together in 3, 2, 1. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more, same as that. Inhale. And exhale. Beauty, last one, inhale. And release. As we relax and surrender. Releasing our practice. option to stay a little longer if that's what you need today. Otherwise, if you are ready to come on out, you can keep the video playing. If you want to stay, it's just pausing it for just a moment and enjoying that Shavasana. Otherwise, we'll start to deepen the breath. Wiggle our fingers and our toes. Maybe let a smile move across our face as we take our gaze one way and then the next. When we're ready, we're going to take that full body stretch, arms long, point the toes, take up space. Exhale, you'll relax. Inhale, one more, reach, opposite directions. Exhale to relax. Let's bring the right arm over left or left arm over right. Giving ourselves a nice big hug. We'll inhale in. And exhale to switch into the other side, depending on which one you started with. Inhale, big hug. And exhale to let it go, rolling over to the right or the left side. Taking that fetal position. Closing your eyes for just a moment. And when you're ready, you can find your way up into a seat. If you need a little water, this is the time to grab it. Otherwise, let's go ahead and we'll bring our hands at heart center. And we'll close our practice today with a shared breath cycle and a namaste from me to you, and maybe from you to me, all together. So in 3, 2, 1, inhale. And exhale. Namaste. I hope you have a great rest of your day or evening, wherever it may be, and that you found something that you needed from this short little ditty of a video. If you have any comments or concerns, please don't be afraid to leave those there or to reach out to me. You can always find me on the social media platforms as well. It's Ugly Horse Yoga on Facebook and it's Cheryl Kish Yoga on Instagram. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful evening because we are heading into the evening here. Thank you.